Let's have a look at this. Alright, so the next shape we need to look at is the circle. The next shape we need to look at is the circle. So, bottom of the circle, the center of the circle is a point in the circle that is the same distance from each point on the border. Alright, so at the center of the circle, a line drawn from the center of the circle to the border is called the radius. Any line from the center to the border is called the radius. The diameter is a line that passes through the what? Center of the circle. It passes through the center of the circle and it touches the circumference at 2 points. The diameter passes through the center of the circle and it touches the what? The border or the circumference at 2 points. The radius is any point drawn from the center to the border or from the center to the circumference. What else? The center itself is a point inside the circle that is the same distance from each point on the circumference. Now, the circumference of a circle is the distance around the circle. It's the distance around the circle. What else about it? Sometimes persons equate the circumference with the what? Border. So for radius, sometimes people would say it's the distance from the center to the circumference. So some people call the border of the circle, they call it the circumference. Just like how some people say that the line from the center to the circumference is the radius, but you also say that the length of the line is also the what? Radius. So people are saying that the line itself is the radius, and the length of the line is the radius. Doesn't matter. As long as you know when they say calculate radius, you know exactly what they're talking about. Now, the area of a circle, remember area measures the what? The amount of surface within the border. The amount of surface within the border is the area. The area of a circle is given by the formula. Area is equal to pi r squared, or pi times diameter squared divided by 4. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, or pi times diameter. Example 1. Oh, before we go there, pi is a constant and it is approximately equal to 22 over 7 or 3.14. In example 1, we're to calculate the area and circumference of the circle. Alright, taking this point here to be the center of the circle, therefore 28 centimeters here would be the what? Talk to me now? The diameter. So the radius would be equal to what? 28 over 2, which is what? 14 centimeters. The radius is a half of the diameter. The radius is a half of the diameter. Now the area is equal to pi r squared. So let's put in those values. Pi is what? 22 over 7 times the radius, which is what? 14 times what? 14. Alright? So it's 14 times 14 because it is radius squared. 7 into this 7, 1, 7 into 14, 2. What is 44 times 14? What is 44 times 14?
616.
The area is 616 centimeters squared. 616 centimeters squared. Next, we're to calculate the what? The circumference. The circumference refers to the what? The distance around. And the formula for that is circumference C is equal to what? 2 pi r. It's 2 times 22 over 7 times r, which is 14. 7 to this is 1, 7 to this is 2. 2 times 22 is 44. 44 times 2 is 88. This is 80. 8, and the unit is centimeters. Alright? So remember, circumference is what? Is a length. Alright? Whereas area is measuring surface. Example 2. In example 2, we're told that the circumference of a circle is 44 centimeters. And we're asked to calculate the radius. Pi, we're told, is what? 22 over 7. So traditionally, we will be given the what? The radius and asked to calculate the what? The circumference, as in the previous example. But here, we're given the circumference and asked to calculate the radius. Usually I say, write the formula, put in what you know, and work to find what you don't know. So the circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So therefore, 2 times 22 over 7 times r, which we don't know, is equal to the circumference, which is what? 44. Stay with me. You can put this over 1, put this over 1, put this over 1. Therefore, what is 2 times 22? Talk to me now.
44.
44 times r.
44r.
44r. Down by the bottom. 1 times 7.
7.
Times 1.
7.
Over 7 is equal to 44 over 1. If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, what do I do? So 1 times 44r is 44r is equal to 7 times what? 44. Next I'm going to divide both sides by 44. 44 cancels 44. R, the radius. 44 here cancels 44 here. 1 times 7 is 7 centimeters. If the circumference is what? 44 centimeters, the radius is 7 centimeters. Example 3. In example 3, we're told that the area of a circle is what? 144 centimeters square, and we're asked to calculate the radius. As I said, traditionally we give you the radius to find the area, but CXC likes to give you the what? The area and ask you to find the radius. Same thing, write the formula, put in what you know, and work to find what you don't know. So the area is what? Pi r squared. So therefore pi, which is what? 22 over 7 times what? R squared, that we don't know, is equal to 154. Do you agree? What is 22 times r squared?
24.
So this is 22 r squared. 7 times 1 is equal to 154 over 1. If you have one fraction is equal to one fraction, what do you do? So therefore, 1 times 22 r squared is 22 r squared is equal to 7 times 154. Divide both sides by 22. R squared, this goes into the 7 times. 7 times 7 is what? 49. What is the opposite of square? R is the square root of 49. R is what? 7 centimeters. Alright. Remember the procedure? Last question, question number 4. In question number 4, we're asked to what? Calculate the area of the what? Shaded region. If you look carefully, you see that what they started out with was a what? Square. I know it's a square because all the sides are what? Are equal. The angles here are what? Right angle. It is a square. Alright? And the circle is touching so the circle is touching the square at what? At 4 what? On the 4 sides, the circle is touching the square. So, this is the length of the square, don't it? Which is what?
7.
7. Alright, let's draw a line here. This line is the what? Diameter, don't it? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
This line is the diameter. So if this is 7, what is the length of this side? Let me know. If the length of the square is 7, what is the length of the diameter? 7. So the length of the diameter and the length of the square are the same. Now essentially, to find the area of the shaded region, you have to find the area of the square, find the area of the what? Circle, and then take away the area of the what? Circle from the area of the square. Remember, area is measured in what? Surface. If I multiply 7 by 7, that will give me the area of the entire square, the entire area inside it. But I don't want the area. I want the area if I take, after I take out the what? The circle. Alright? So I could say that the area, if I want to go directly for the answer, area of the shaded would be equal to the area of the square minus the area of the circle. The area of the square is 7 times 7, you agree? 7 times 7, length times length. Minus the area of the circle, which is what? Pi, 22 over 7 times radius. What is the radius of the circle? What is the radius of the circle? A half of 7, which is what? 3.5. Could I write it as 7 over 2? Talk to me now. Yeah, because what? 7 over 2 is the same as saying what? 7 divided by 2. So it is what? 7 over 2 times 7 over 2. Why am I multiplying 7 over 2 times?
Square.
It's pi times radius square. So the 7 here cancels the 7 here. 2 here cancels this, 11. So what we have here is 49 minus 11 times this is what? 77 over 2. So this becomes 49 minus 38.5. The answer here seems to be like what? 10.5, and this is centimeters squared. Alright? So the area of the entire shape, that would be the what? The entire square is 7 times 7, which is 49. But what I want is the area of the shaded region, which is the area that is left if you cut out a circle out of the what? Square. And we get what? The area of the shaded region is 10.5 centimeters squared.